Hi ladies and welcome back. So a little while back I did the mommy scenario tag and I thought it would be kind of fun to do the beauty scenario tag, which is where this whole thing kind of started, and I think they got the idea for the mommy scenario tag based off of this. So I just thought I would do this tag as a fun video. So this is kind of the first time I'm even looking at these questions, so let's just jump right in. The first one is you have to get rid of all your foundations and only keep one high-end and one drugstore. Which do you keep? I don't really use a lot of high-end foundations up to this point. I've just found that drugstore foundations really work well for me. I think the only high-end foundation I've ever really used is the Dior Air Flash, and I like it, but it's really only a good foundation if you don't have any kind of issues going on your face. If your skin is pretty clear normally and pretty good in good shape normally, that's a great foundation. But if you have any imperfections, it's not so great. But I guess that would have to be my choice for high-end because it's the only one I've used. And my favorite drugstore foundation is by far the Revlon Colorstay Whipped Foundation. Love that stuff. You go for an interview and the lady interviewing you has lipstick on her teeth. Do you approach the subject or ignore it completely? I would ignore it completely. I know that like the idea is that, well, you would want someone to tell you if you did. I'm just like so non-confrontational in that way that like I wouldn't want to offend her, especially in an interview scenario where she's kind of like superior and I'm down here. I wouldn't even go there. She'll see it when she goes to the bathroom. It's not like she has toilet paper hanging out of her butt. It's lipstick on her teeth. It's not the end of the world. She's not going to be like angry at me for not telling her. So I wouldn't say anything. That's just me though. Number 3, you're not feeling yourself and you need a pick-me-up lipstick. Which one do you go for? Would definitely have to be a red shade of lipstick. I really love, I think it's Pomegranate by Bite Beauty. I really love that lipstick. Anytime I put on something kind of red or darker lips like that, and you know, it just kind of makes me feel pretty, and who doesn't want to feel pretty? Okay, number 4, you go back in time for a day to your teenage years. How would you do your hair and makeup differently? Well, first of all, I can tell you without a doubt, I would grab my high school self by the face, slap her around and say, pluck your eyebrows. Or get them done or something. Good grief. When I look back at my eyebrows, they're like caterpillars taped to my face. I don't know that I ever had any really huge makeup faux pas. I've definitely gone through phases. I think eyebrows are something people struggle with, where I've gone from caterpillar to like the kind of more drawn on spermy looking eyebrows. So that's an area that I feel like I would have wished I could have improved on sooner. I never really wore a ton of makeup. I wore like some eyeliner, mascara, and a little lip gloss or lipstick or something like that. So, my hair, oh Lord, help me. I started dyeing my hair when I was in the 8th grade, and it was like, my mom said that I looked like Tweety Bird. Like my hair went like this orangey yellow color when I tried to go blonde from a box. No surprise there. But yeah, I mean, I just kind of always went with like highlights, and I never did anything really drastic in high school. I always just had kind of long hair with highlights, except for the few times I tried to go blonde and ended up with like, you know, when your roots grow out, it was like brown and then blonde and just terrible. So I would like to tell myself don't do that. You ask your hairdresser for a shoulder length pixie lot haircut, but they hear you wrong and give you a pixie haircut. Do you A, smile, say thank you, leave, call your mom and cry hysterically? B, cry in the chair and things get awkward, or C, complain to the manager and demand a refund? Again, in case you didn't get it from the teeth on the lipstick thing, very non-confrontational. So I definitely would not be like demanding a refund or anything like that. I got a bad drink at Starbucks the other day and I felt so bad about telling the girl that I needed her to remake it. It was like undrinkable, it was that bad, and I felt horrible. So no, I would definitely not demand a refund. Here's the thing. I've always kind of wanted to chop all my hair off, and I've had the same hairdresser for 10 years and she knows this. She's always like yelling at me, just leave your hair alone. So I would probably be like, yes, finally, I got to do it, and then it's someone else's fault. So if people are like, that haircut's terrible on you, I could be like, well, it's her fault, not mine. Number 6, your friend surprises you with a 4-day city break and you have 1 hour to pack. Which do-it-all palette do you pack in your makeup bag? Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Well, between 1 or 2, I say that, and then I'm like, oh, the first Lorac palette or the Lorac Mega Pro. The only reason I probably wouldn't take the Mega Pro is because it is a larger palette, and I don't necessarily need all that just for like a weekend trip. It sounds like a 4-day city break. I would just take the Lorac Pro palette. Your house has been robbed. Don't worry, everyone is safe. But your beauty stash has been raided. What's the product you really hope is safe? I don't know. I mean, it's all just makeup, so I'm kind of feeling like, oh, that would be like the last thing I went to look at was to see if I had makeup left. I don't know. I mean, I guess maybe some of my palettes, like my Lorac palettes and stuff, I love those, and they are kind of expensive, so I definitely wouldn't want to have to replace all of those. I think that's kind of it, though. Maybe some of my skincare stuff, skincare, maybe? I probably care more about that than I do the actual makeup. Okay, number 8. Your friend borrows your makeup and returns it in awful condition. Do you A, just pretend you haven't noticed, B, ask them to repurchase it, or C, secretly do the same to some of theirs, or to something of theirs? That's crazy. I feel like there's not a good answer in here that I would choose, because I wouldn't pretend I didn't notice it, and I wouldn't ask them to repurchase it. I might just kind of be like, hey girl, what happened? Like, what'd you do to my eyeshadow? I have kids, they probably have kids, although I've never lent my makeup to a friend, so this whole question is kind of weird to me. But I mean, I don't know, my kids get in there and dig their fingernails into my eyeshadow pans all the time. So I don't know, it's just stuff, so I certainly wouldn't let it come between myself and a friend. But I'm sure I would just kind of jokingly be like, what happened? But no biggie, it's just makeup, whatever. Okay, so that is it for the beauty scenario tag. I hope y'all enjoyed this video, and I will see you guys again soon. Bye.